It is now week 36, and we've officially entered into the ninth and final month of the pregnancy. It's just amazing how time has gone by and that we've finally arrived at this moment. So this past week was focused on prepping for the baby. So we went to IKEA and purchased a baby dresser to organize all her stuff. We actually bought a car seat online a few weeks ago, and it finally arrived last week, so we immediately installed that in the car. And we've also been on the lookout for any deals or coupons for the stroller we wanted, because it doesn't go on sale very often. And just when we were about to give up, it actually was reduced. The price was reduced 2 days ago at REI, so we bought that immediately. We also had 2 prenatal classes. One was the breastfeeding class, which landed on Jeremy's birthday, and the other was the infant care class. Breastfeeding class was pretty educational, very informative. We saw some clips of how a baby properly latches on, and some other clips where babies are not properly latched on. And then we learned about the benefits of breastfeeding, as well as the different types of pumps out there and things like that. In the end, I was just amazed at how resilient and how instinctual babies are when it comes to feeding. They know what to look for, and the class just reaffirmed my decision to breastfeed and to just see how long I can go breastfeeding the baby. We'll just see how long she goes with it, and we'll just we won't make any time frame. We'll just go with the flow in that case. In the infant care class, we learned how to swaddle a baby, learned the different positions of carrying a baby properly, and then how to bathe a baby. It was really cool to see Jer, doing some of the baby care, things, and it was probably most beneficial for him, because he hasn't had that much interaction with babies as much as I have. So it was really cute seeing him get into it and just offer to hold the baby when I got tired. So it was cool. And also this past week, my coworkers surprised me with a baby shower. They had lunch ready in a conference room, and we just got to talk and eat, and they had me open presents. They got me baby clothes, of course, from the Gap, and then they bought a baby swing that we registered for as well. So it was really thoughtful of them, and it couldn't have been a more perfect timing, because we actually were thinking of buying the swing this weekend, and now we don't have to. I couldn't take the swing back with me after work, so I actually needed a chair to go into the city with the car with me over the weekend and pick it up. So we went into the office and got it, and now it's here. So everything's taken care of. Physically, I feel the urge to pee a lot. No change there. I'll go to the bathroom, take care of business. 2 minutes later, I'll need to go in, and there's really nothing to empty out. It's just, I notice the urge to pee happens when I may be standing and the gravity is just pulling her down into my bladder and making her sit on it. So it's just something I'll just have to go through in this last month, just because she's getting heavier. The ear noise thing that I had last week from the ear congestion, it's not as bad this week as it was then. It's still there, but it's not as bad, and it's not as long or prolonged during the day. It's just every so often. I had another leg cramp a couple nights ago, but this time I knew what to do. I just stretched out my leg, flexed my heel up, pointed my toes towards my face. Jared tried to massage it. I was like, no, don't do that. It just hurts. So I just had him try to help me flex my toe a little bit more. And then I get easily tired, especially just from walking long distances or long periods. So I'll find myself leaning on something to catch my breath, or I actually need to have Jer slow down for me, because usually prior to the pregnancy I outpace him when it comes to walking. I'm just a natural fast walker, but this time around I actually have to pull him back and have him slow down because I just run out of breath. And in general, I just find the need to slow down. You know, it's around this time that a coworker of mine in her pregnancy, she actually delivered 2 weeks earlier than her due date. And you know, taking her advice, she's like, slow down. If you need help, ask someone to help you. Don't. So when I find the urge to like do some housework or stuff, I remind myself I need to take it easy and just, you know, relax. But we're just overall excited for the baby's arrival. It's just, you know, a few more weeks, you know, 4 weeks to be exact. And I like how Jer's like, oh, it's like we're preparing for a permanent house guest who will probably not leave for at least the next 18 to 20 years. She just has a lot of stuff that we need to get ready for, and she's not even here yet. And I mean, in general, that's kind of what it is like, but we're both excited, especially with all this baby gear lying around the house. It's becoming more reality. I think it really hit us when we got the car seat, and especially with the stroller. We've been fiddling around putting the car seat into the stroller and just pushing it around. It's just like, oh my gosh, the only thing missing now is the baby. So we're anxious and can't wait to meet her in person. This past week was also the big event of Jeremy's birthday, but because of the breastfeeding class, we actually had to celebrate a day early. Jared came to pick me up at work, and then we headed over to the House of Prime Rib for a birthday dinner. When I made the reservations, I mentioned it was Jeremy's birthday, but I didn't know if they were going to do anything. But they surprised us and sang happy birthday over dessert when they served dessert, and we just got a good laugh out of that. The next day was the breastfeeding class, but I still wanted to do something for his birthday, so I actually contacted our friend Steve to meet up for a late night dinner at Pizziolo and catch up with him since we haven't seen him in a while. And then another friend of ours from LA decided to have an impromptu Bay Area trip this weekend, and he, you know, Eric got to like hang out with us for a little bit, and we took him out to dinner at Sushi House. But don't worry, I didn't have any raw fish. And we went over to Tucker's for some ice cream. And then today after church, we went to San Mateo at this ramen place called Santa Ramen to try it out before going to Babies R Us to purchase some, you know, last items on our registry and take care of business there. On our way home, we actually saw all these kites from kiteboarders all along the South Shore beach, and it was really a cute, cool sight to see. So we decided to pull over and check it out and just admire the view. It was the perfect conditions for all the kiteboarders because it was windy, it was sunny, and it was just really cool to see a lot of them out there. Maybe after the baby's born, I have been kind of wanting to do this for a while. I mean, especially living in the island city of Alameda, where kiteboarding and windsurfing is a big deal. I'm like, I'd like to try it at least once. So we'll see if we're still living here, and you know, if time permits, you know, after the baby's born, I'll give it a shot. Next week is our prenatal exam, and it includes the ultrasound, so I'm really excited to see her one more time before she actually comes into the real world. And it'll be a nice sight to see once again. And I guess that's it. Very jam-packed week, but hopefully I'll slow down, and just all we have to do is, you know, wait for her to arrive. So until then, I'll talk to you guys next week. See you later.